Cool. Okay, guys. Well, hey, I appreciate you guys coming on board and joining us here. First things first, I hope everyone is safe, healthy, friends, family, everything's good in times like this. But I do appreciate the time you guys have made for us here. So my name is Ishmael. I'm in sales development here with Threekit. I'm going to be leading the first half of this interactive demo, and I'm also joined by my colleague, Will Thompson. He's a demo engineer here, and he's going to be taking over for the back half of this, really jumping into the Magento plugin and show you the nuts and bolts of how it works. I am going to make this, a little bit more interactive. Why we chose a Zoom video over like a standard webinar. So if at any point, just send in a chat, or if there's a pause, you have a question, just jump on in and we can take it from there. So without further ado, how I want to start things off is really by saying it's safe to say that we're all here because we understand the importance of visuals. Between Instagram, Facebook, and I mean, even now it's continuing to grow with TikTok. It's safe to say that we've become obsessed with visual experiences. With that being said, this trend is expanding across many different experiences. You'll see this in a recent survey where 83% of online buyers point to images being the most influential factor in purchasing decisions. Another interesting data point that I wanted to call out here is also the number of photos that buyers expect per product. Back in 2016, the average online buyer only expected 3 photos per product. When this was revisited in 2018, that number more than doubled to 8 photos. And now with the new normal that COVID-19 is unfortunately creating, this transition to online shopping and the expectations for more immersive visuals is just going to continue to grow. But the problem with this is that e-commerce shops are struggling to keep up with these demands, especially when we talk about all of the different combinations you have for each product. It would be impossible to get 8 photos per, and this is why we end up with product pages similar to the one shown, where you have a couple of still shots and then a catalog for your buyer to select which color or finish they would like. But the problem with that is that you're relying on your buyer's imagination to envision that finish on that said product. More importantly, you've only got 8 seconds of your buyer's attention, and it's safe to say that this sort of experience isn't going to keep that attention. And this takes us to 2 very important words we keep hearing in e-commerce: customer experience. How do we take all of the information that we've gathered around the importance of product visuals and deploy it onto our storefront? Well, if you're on Magento, it's actually quite simple. Through the marketplace, you'll see our extension for download, and with a simple addition, you're ready to go. Plus, with the recent upgrades to Magento 2.0, they have very user-friendly mobile templates, which we as well integrate with to give your buyer the power to view your product in their space, utilizing augmented reality. So where this all comes together, though, is with the power of Threekit. Our 3D customizer allows your customer to view every different product combination in real time at all angles, providing them with an unlimited amount of images per product at a fraction of the cost of traditional photography. So with that, I know I've done a lot of talking here. I'm going to turn it over to Will. He's going to dive in here for you and take it over, Will.
All right, let me get my screen going here. All right, can everybody see my screen okay? Awesome. Well, like Ishmael said, my name is Will Thompson. I'm on the solution engineering team here at Threekit. I'm also the author of our Magento extension, so that's why I wanted to give you guys a walkthrough of what we've built here. So I'm going to show you a couple things today. The first thing I'm going to show you is, out of the box, how can your customers interact with your products in a whole new way on Magento? I'm going to show you how Threekit can enhance a mobile experience. I'm going to show you a more advanced use case of a Threekit and Magento implementation. And then I'm going to show you how fast we can get this all set up. Okay, great. So let's dive right in. So on my screen here, I have a fairly simple e-commerce store. If you do any shopping online, this is going to look very familiar to you. I just have my landing page with a couple featured products here, category navigation, nothing too crazy. I'm going to dive into my fire pit here. So on the product page, that's where things start to get a little bit more interesting. Again, this looks very familiar. We have our product title here, the price, a description, and then we have a gallery below. And you're going to notice here in the last position is this little 360-degree icon. So these are just regular product photos, and any Threekit enabled product will have this 360-degree icon here in the last position of the gallery. So that is where the Threekit player lives on the Magento product page. Again, like I said, it's always going to be here at the last position of the gallery if it's enabled, and you can interact with this product in a really immersive way. It's almost impossible to have enough product imagery to get all the level of detail and number of angles you can view this from. It's almost like having it sitting here in front of you. So can we see it in front of you? Maybe we can. I'm going to show you another experience here. Like I said, Threekit can enhance a mobile experience. So let me get my sharing going here. I'm going to swap between a couple more screens here, guys. So bear with me, I appreciate it. Okay, so here is an augmented reality experience. Again, you're going to notice this is the same product that I showed you on the desktop version, just on my mobile phone. We get to the last place. Again, it's the Threekit player. And then now there's a view in your space button that wasn't there before. That's what launches our augmented reality experience. It works on iOS and Android devices. We leverage the technology they've built, so there's no additional apps or installations needed. It works on Chrome, Safari, whatever browser you're going to use. We've made sure that's going to work, at least for the supported browsers. You know, there may be some crazy outliers out there that we haven't heard of, but all the major players, we are totally supported in native without any additional steps. Okay, so one more swap here. All right, Ishmael, I'm looking for your thumbs up. Can you see it? Awesome. So again, this looks very familiar if you do any shopping online. This is another implementation of our extension with a new or with a more set of features here. So this is a configurable product. If you're familiar with Magento, again, we're using Magento's forms. So if you have any other configurable products, we don't need to recreate those rules on Magento to bring them into Threekit. We can use the data that already exists. So here I'm going to configure my media cabinet here. I can give it a couple different options here. And again, like I said, this leverages Magento's form to bring in all the attributes that we have here, and even our pricing can be dynamic as well. So the amount of information that's encapsulated in this one product page could be the equivalent of 2-3 different product pages. There are over 1,000 different combinations that this product has, and it all lives on one page. And all of this will translate to the cart. So that will take all of my information for my configured product, 3-compartment, full door, open shelves. It'll bring it all the way to the checkout process. We enhance what Magento already delivers with visuals. There's not any heavy lifting that really has to go into the integration on this. Okay, so the final time to change gears, I'm going to show you all how we can get this set up. So I'm going to hop back over to my original store where our fire pit lives, and I'm going to go to my Magento backend. If you're a Magento developer, if you know how to install a WooCommerce or a Magento extension, there's nothing different that we do. It's a very straightforward installation process. And the first thing you're going to need to do is go to your store configuration panel. So here now I have my new Threekit form, which is exposed when I install my extension. And there's only 2 things I need to put here: my JavaScript player file, which we link in the documentation of Threekit, and our org token. This is made on the Threekit side of things. We just authenticate our Magento website and we're good to go. From a product perspective, what does that look like? I'm going to load back up into my fire pit. Again, this is all standard Magento. There's nothing fancy here or additional here other than Threekit. And again, the only thing that is new here is this Threekit tab. Every Threekit asset has an ID attributed to it. So we just copied that from the platform, threw it right in here. And with a literal flip of the switch, you can turn augmented reality on or off. If it's in Threekit, it can be ready for augmented reality. We'll save our product, and we're enabled for Threekit. So I know that was a lot. I just want to give you guys a quick rundown of what we showed you guys. So I showed you off the shelf how your customers can interact with the 3D product on Magento, how to implement an augmented reality experience with Magento, and how fast and easy we can get this all set up. So I really appreciate you all taking the time to kind of check out this demo. I'm going to hand it back to Ishmael just to kind of wrap things up, and we can kind of open it up for some questions.
Cool. Thank you, Will. I wanted to point out, Will is the brains behind all of this. He actually authored that extension. So if you need someone to answer someone smart to answer a question, ask him, not me. But let me jump back over here. I know we covered a lot of information here, and I just wanted to give you guys a chance to better understand the people that are behind this. At Threekit, our roots go back to Hollywood and has evolved into becoming the global leader in visualization. You may ask, why does Hollywood matter? Well, compared to other visual effects spaces, Hollywood visual effects require cutting-edge visuals and high fidelity. And back in 2016, when 3D really began to take off in e-commerce, that's where we shifted all of our focus to providing those same cutting-edge visuals to retailers. And these are just a couple of the partners we have right now who put their trust in us and being their visualization experts. So you're not going to be alone in this journey. So with that, I really just wanted to open up the floor here to you guys, anyone in the audience that's interested or has any questions. Feel free, just unmute yourself and ask away.
Yes, actually I have a question. Sorry. Actually, I have a question. What kind of formats does the models need to be used over there?
Great question. Go ahead, Will.
Yeah, sorry. We can ingest most formats of 3D models. CAD files, FBX, OBJ will pretty much ingest anything. There's not a lot that we can't take in. USDZ, even GLB, just kind of depends on what you have. Okay, and about sizes, when does it is still when it's still a good solution for us? I mean, if the files aren't too large, won't be a problem with time of rendering those things. It's kind of case by case. It depends on if you want real-time rendering or photoreal 2D renders. If it's a performant WebGL model, then we'll optimize appropriately. But for 2D renders, we can work with a lot of different files. If you're talking kind of like geometry and that kind of size, that's one thing. If you're talking like actual file size, that's another. But we have clients that we use scans of materials of clothing. There's not a lot that we can't bring in to present outward. Okay, so there's another question. Then does the models also can have animations? If they're imported with like rigging or things like that, they wouldn't come through with that. Threekit can support basic animations now. Our legacy software had more animation that we haven't ported over to our new software yet. We do have live clients that do have animations now. So we support basic animation with the ability to improve that feature if needed. We just haven't had to overcome that yet. Yes, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. And I will add, we do have a team of 3D experts on our end, as well as developers such as Will. So if you bring any sort of use case to us, we'll be happy to work with you and try to put something together when it comes down to animations. If you don't have any and would like them added, we can work together on that as well. Any other questions, guys? Cool. Oh, looks, hang on one second. Looks like my chat's.
Sorry, I'm sending some messages. It's me.
Okay, gotcha. Is available playbook Magento demo. You should available. Okay, and
Yep.
Willie, you're responding to that. Cool. Okay, awesome. I'll ask Cam, since we connected like earlier in the call, did you have any preset questions? Was there anything you wanted us to cover, go a little bit more in depth about?
No, I might have a couple of questions, but I'll reach out to you guys directly.
Cool. All right, guys. Well, hey, one thing I want to point out, what's next? You know, we are going to have a member of the Threekit team. They'll just reach out to you, and Cam, we can connect, or you and I will afterwards too, to ask any more questions. And then we've got a recording of this as well, so we'll share it with you. And then Will, if you want to take away that last portion here.
Yeah, so our extension is free on the Magento Marketplace. I linked it in the chat here. Otherwise, if you just search for us in the marketplace, you'll find our extension. If you would like a demo token and an asset ID just to throw a 3D item into a Magento store or stage that you have, feel free to shoot me an email, wthompson@threekit.com, and I'll provide a credential and a model ID for you guys. So if you want to put that player in your Magento store, feel free to play around with it.
Thanks, guys.
Cool. Well, thank you guys. Really appreciate it. Any questions, reach out to us. But again, stay safe, stay healthy, enjoy your week, and I hope to talk soon.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.